it's Lala and you're watching Lala Tarot. Today we're going to be taking a look at my animal decks. So someone asked me down below in the comments if I would mind sharing my animal deck collection with you guys. And I'm like, for sure. Like, I love my animal decks and this is a perfect opportunity for me to use them and work with them. So I'm excited to go ahead and do this video. I was just chilling anyway. Today is Sunday and I like to rest. I did take a couple days off work this week so that I can just relax. Like I told you guys before my last video, I just was really tired, like dealing with this whole pre-shadow Mercury retrograde energy. I just felt tired the last couple days. And so that let me know I needed to take some time for like self-care and resting and things like that. So that's what I've been doing today. I did like a foot pedicure and stuff like that by myself and just did like some self-care. But other than that, I've just been relaxing. So it was nothing for me to like jump on here and show you guys my animal decks. So that's what we're going to do today. And I do have about it may be like 15 or 20 decks to show you guys. So it's going to be a long video. Grab you a cup of something, whatever your fancy is, whether it's some coffee or tea or an adult beverage. Do what you need to do to get cozy and comfortable because we're going to jump in to my animal collection. Starting off with the Spirit Song Tarot. So I'm not going to be showing these in any particular order. I'm just going to be grabbing whatever is closest to me. And so the Spirit Song Tarot is one that I've just had for so long. I really love the color palette of this deck. I love the artwork as well. And it's by Paulina Cassidy. So this is what it looks like. These are the backs here. And I just love this deck. I love, oh my God, that's beautiful. It makes me almost feel like I am, you know, at the zoo or I don't know, but this one is just gorgeous. And I've had it for a long time. And I like the keywords as well. It really helped me out when I was like a beginner reader. And it has an amazing guidebook that really goes into describing the behavior of the animal, which I found very helpful, especially like, you know, if you're a beginner with the, you know, animal decks and you don't know a lot about them and their behavior. This kind of helps, you know, this helps a lot. And so this is just one that I think is beautiful. And I probably will keep this one. This is like a keep for a long time for me, just because the artwork is just so beautiful. So this is the Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. Very beautiful color palette for this one. And that is definitely a favorite. And then next up, one that is kind of similar to me is the Winged Enchantment Oracle deck. This one is by Leslie Morrison. Artwork is by Lisa Hunt. And I love this one. Let me open it up because I did not come prepared today, guys. So you're going to have to bear with me. I literally am just doing this on the spot for you all. So these are the backs. They're pretty large card. Very beautiful though. Very beautiful backs. And the artwork is stunning. I like using this one with my Spirit Song Tarot. If I, you know, decide to pull from that one, this is one that I really love. And it's full of birds. So you'll have all type of different birds and a lovely guidebook to go into some detail, not a lot, to be honest with you. Sometimes when I use the guidebook, I'm still a little confused about what's my message and how does it tie into like other oracle decks that I might be using in the spread. But I love the artwork. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And a lovely color palette. So yeah, I love that. Look how beautiful that is. And there's so much detail on it. I think that's one of the things that, oh Jesus, that's so beautiful. The robin. Yeah, that's one of the things that makes me just love this deck. And You know, another reason why I've had it for a long time. And these are the backs. Gorgeous. So that is the Winged Enchantment Oracle deck by Leslie Morrison. And let's see, what else do I have here in my pile? Some of these may not necessarily have like be all animals, but I might keep it with my animal deck collection because that's where it fits the best. But it may not necessarily be an animal deck. So we might have a few of those in here as well. This is the Magical Times Empowerment cards. And this is one that I keep with my animal deck, but I don't know if it's necessarily an animal. I keep it with my animal collection, but I don't know if this is necessarily an animal deck. So it has like this keyword or, you know, title, confidence, and then it'll give you, you know, a couple directions or messages or whatever you want to call it. Action, stop hesitating, movement creates the magic. But it has these beautiful animals that I love, and it falls in line with some of the other like animal decks that I have. So that's where I keep it. And it works very well with that Spirit Song Tarot that I just showed you guys, as well as the Winged Enchantment. Those are like 3 decks that I would probably use together just because of the color palette. And it's very beautiful. But like I said, it's not necessarily an animal deck, but it has animals in it. So that's why it's here and showing up in my animal collection. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at another one that I think is just beautiful. And I wanted this one for quite some time, actually. It's the Wild Wisdom Australia Oracle. Oh my gosh, I love this one, you guys. Beautiful box. It's by Karen Roberts and Bonnie Hughes. And it's one of those Blue Angel decks, so you guys already know that the card stock is like phenomenal. And here it is. Oh geez, look at these backs. Oh, they are everything, right? Oh, I love that. And let's flip it over. Sorry. And it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. I love this deck. The Koala Well-Being, the Flying Fox, Self-Nurture. I went through this deck and literally like separated because they had a lot of birds. That's one of the things that I noticed about this deck, is that it's filled with birds. I think it's like, let me see how many cards are in this deck. There's a total of 44 animals, and I would bet like 20 of them are birds. I'm doing well not to pull them all now, but a lot of them happen to be birds. So beautiful birds though, right? Beautiful artwork and just amazing. So this is one that I love, and I wanted it for quite some time. So when I got it, I was like really happy. You see all the birds? I was really happy to get it. I just love the darkness of it. It's kind of like got this really dark color palette, like darker colors, very vivid colors, and I love that. So this is the Wild Wisdom Australia Oracle, and that is a favorite for me. All right, let's see, what else do we have here that we can take a look at? I told you guys I have about 15 decks, so I'm trying to go a little quicker so we're not here all day. We have the Urban Crow Oracle. This one I do keep with my animal collection, although it is mostly, obviously, just crows. Not mostly, it is just crows. But nonetheless, you know, it's one that I do keep it in my animal collection. And this is the Oracle. I know we all are familiar with the tarot, or most of us may be familiar with the tarot, but this is the Oracle as well, and I love it. I like the artwork. I think it's so pretty. It is so pretty. You get one keyword, you know, on it. So it's nothing, you know, it's not too much, not too busy of a deck, in my opinion. These are great to use during the winter time. It's not a summer deck for me. Some of my animal decks I'll pull out like in the summer, especially those that are very colorful. And then with this one, this is just giving me more of that cold feeling. Yeah. So this is one that I would use during the winter months. Very, very beautiful, and obviously great to pair with her other decks that she has, which we're going to take a look at next, because that's the next deck that I have, is the Crow Tarot. Now, the Crow Tarot is one that I considered passing and rehoming, but I really do like it. So I'm just not ready to let it go at this point in time, because I really like the Crow Tarot. It's like that dark, you know, it's got that dark energy, and I don't dislike dark decks. I try to limit how many I have, but I don't necessarily like, you know, dislike it. I think there's a time and purpose and place for it. So you need decks like that. It's so pretty. And again, great for the like winter months. And yeah, has a little bit more color than the Oracle, but great for the winter months, great for some shadow work. And I like this one. So look at that double energy. And I'm kind of amazed that you can do so much with crows. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it would be like a really boring deck, but it's not. It's not. I think the artist or creator did a really great job at giving us some variety within these cards while still using, you know, just the crows. So it's very beautiful. And this is one that I like. And it does stay in my animal collection. So there you have it. That's the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. I think I'm saying that correct, hopefully. All right, the next deck I'm going to show you guys is the Guardian of the Night. And this one does also live in my animal collection. It is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And it's Hay House, so it has that really thick cardstock. I love these backings. Oh, that's so pretty. And very colorful. Again, like that wintry sort of energy with this one. Let me turn it around. And animals included. Oh, that's so cute. The Two of Cups. Yeah, I like this a lot. And when I want to work with my animals, I can do so, but not in like that fluffy way. You know, this isn't like fluffy for me. And I love this artwork. It's so pretty. So like, I can definitely use this deck, and then I can use my Crow Tarot to clarify with it. And then I can use my Crow Oracle as one of my Oracle decks. I typically use up to, I won't say up to, I typically use at least 3 Oracle decks in my spread and 1 or 2 tarots. So that's why I have so many. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, I love this. And it's got this nice, beautiful, chunky, like, guidebook as well. The Two of Swords. It says the poor frog is stuck on 2 swords and sticking up out of the water. Of course, if you ask this frog, he will tell you everything is fine. He's just hanging out. But in reality, he can't see land, and the fog that hovers above the water reveals only murky shadows of what may be potential threats, and this frog is scared to death. I think this is a great guidebook, you know. I think the information that it offers and the perspective that it offers on the cards are really, really great. Very different. That's beautiful than what you would see in other guidebooks, and I love that. So this is one that I enjoy working with. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot, and for me it kind of pushed my Crow Tarot to the back burner a little bit, so I more so use that to clarify with this deck. But it's beautiful, and the cardstock is amazing as well. All right, so let's see, what else do we have here? This one is a newer one for me. I know it's an older deck, but it's newer for me. It's the Spirit Animal Wisdom cards, and you get 50 cards here. And I got this one because I felt like it could kind of go with some of my Star Seedy decks. Like if I wanted to use that, if I wanted to add an animal to some of those decks, and I could. But I really love the artwork, and the price was great too. They had a really great price for these cards, which really compelled me to purchase them. Oh, that's cute. I must love this polar bear because I keep being drawn to the polar bears. So, but yeah, I think these are cute too. Now, this is one that I would more so bring out around the springtime, right? It's colorful. Energy of it is a lot lighter than some of those darker decks, the ones that feel more cold to me. So this is one that I would bring out in the warmer months. And it's great. It's great to work with. And it's soft. That's why I like this one. It is very, very soft energy. And you still get bats, but not like as vivid as with the Wild Wisdom Australia bat, right? Two very different type of bats. Like with the other deck, you got real close up on the bat. With this one, you know, you can see just a ton of bats in the sky. So very different art style and artwork, but beautiful. Beautiful nonetheless. So this is my Spirit Animal Wisdom Oracle. And it's really nice. Really soft. And the backs are so pretty. So that's another thing that drew me in and made me want to purchase these. Another deck in my animal collection that I have here is a favorite. Everybody's familiar with it. You all know it's the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. This is a favorite of mine. I've had this deck probably closer to the beginning of when I started practicing. So, and the guidebook is everything. This deck has really gotten me through some hard times. When I tell you guys, when I was lacking like direction and I didn't really know where, like what to do next and what my guides were trying to tell me. I was kind of new to the practice and just being in touch with myself and my intuition and all of that stuff. This one helped me out a lot. It gave me sound advice. I really felt connected to my spirit guides a lot and my spirit animals a lot by working with this deck. You get tons of cards. Tons of cards. I love that you don't get repeats every single time you pull. There's always a new animal to explore. And the guidebook is just amazing. The colors, the artwork is beautiful. And this is just one that I feel very strongly connected to. Even if I don't use this deck on a regular basis, just having it and knowing that it's there. And if I ever do find myself in a place, in a point in my life where I need direction, it's comforting knowing that I have this deck and it's there for me. And I can always turn to it. So this is one I would definitely keep regardless of how frequent I use it. Because for me, it's just been really, really essential in my spiritual growth. So this is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And it is definitely a favorite for me. I love that deck so much. And I edged mine in this yellow color. I mean, it's okay. But it needed to be edged because it had gotten old and, you know, kind of like worn looking. So I had to you know, I had to spice it up a little bit and rejuvenate it. And that's exactly what that edge job did. And I love it so much. So that one is a keep for me for sure. I'm always looking to see what do I want to release in my collection as well, just because, you know, we get new decks so often that you want to make space for new things that are going to be coming out. So, all right, the next one here is the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. This is another one that I really love. It is by the same artist, Jody how do you say that? Bergsma. And this is the same person who made the one that I showed you guys a moment ago, which was, I'm grabbing it now for you. It's the Magical Times Empowerment card. So I just showed you guys this one. And it's by the same person, Jody Bergsma. So, but very different in terms of the artwork. So let me show you. And the cards are huge. That's another thing. A lot of people are familiar with these cards. Here's the backs of them. Huge, huge cards. Very lovely. And here's what they look like. I love this art style. I think it's so pretty. And you get so much information. You also get a guidebook with this. You know, you already get so much information down below. So I'm kind of surprised that there's a guidebook to this, because you don't necessarily need it. But you know, having that extended message, if that's something you want, you know, you want to go a little bit deeper with working with the animals, is great. I also love the fact that you get a keyword with the animals. So that's also good. And it's great. It's got great artwork to it as well. So, oh, look at that one. I like these a lot. This is another deck that I would find myself bringing out around those warmer months when it gets like spring or summer. This one does not feel cold to me, though it does have some cold cards like the Moose would be one. I love the Ladybug. It is so beautiful. And yeah, this is one I love. I like a lot. And I have another deck that I think, I could be mistaken, but I think some of the images have been used in other decks as well. So I don't know how original all of the photos and artwork is. I could be wrong though. I can't really necessarily remember what deck that would be. But I believe it was like my Whispers of the Ocean deck. The one with the whales and stuff. I think I'm kind of seeing repeats. But, you know, like I said, I could be wrong. But these are beautiful. I absolutely adore the photos, and the words at the bottom are so inspirational, and so I like working with this one. This is the Spirit of the Animals Oracle, also by Jody Bergsma. And I think we're like halfway done now. So let's see. Some of them I'm going to throw in here are going to be just randoms that I do keep and use with my animal collection, but they're not necessarily animal decks. So we're getting to that point. The next one that I'm going to show you guys is the Woodland Wardens by Jessica Brooks. I took it out the box just now, but I do have the box. These are the backs. A lot of people are familiar with these. I love these. I have those little like woodland inspiration cards. These are upside down. Hold on. I have those like little mini inspiration cards for the woods, and those go so good with these. And I love these animals. The way I've been using this deck is I'll pull maybe like 3. I'll shuffle it and I'll pull like 3, and I'll tie the messages together with, and usually it works very well. Like in my spread, it just ties in with all of the other cards, and it's very easy for me to interpret the message without using the guidebook. I don't mind the guidebook though. The messages the guidebook provides are usually not tying into what my reading says, so I like to use it intuitively. Another thing I don't really like is that the numbers are like Roman numerals and stuff, and it makes it a little difficult when you get so far up to know exactly what Roman numeral that is. Like, anybody know what that is? I don't. So sometimes it could be a little bit difficult to find the card in the guidebook because you have to know what the Roman numeral is in order to be able to, you know, quickly get to it. But I love these cards. I think the artwork is so beautiful. Earthy energy. These are great to use during that fall. So as we start to transition over to the colder months, I would use this deck more in like August, September, October months. So yeah, this is the Woodland Wardens, and I love that. I haven't edged mine. I saw other videos where people edge theirs, and it looks so good. It looks so good. I just don't trust myself enough to edge it without it bleeding over into the card, and this is, you know, a very light color border, so I don't want to mess it up. So that's why I haven't edged mine yet. I would have to make sure I get the right Sharpie, the right marker that doesn't bleed over into the actual borders. Okay. Next deck that we're going to look at is the Wilder Ones. This is not really an animal deck, but it ties into the energy and the feeling that I get when I use some of my other animal decks, such as the Woodland Wardens. This would be one that I would maybe use with that deck and pair with it because it's so nice. It feels like it has a lot of those, these are the backs, so pretty. And it feels like it has a lot of that woodsy, foresty sort of energy to it. A lot of white space. But this is one that I like to use in my animal collection. And also my witchy decks sometimes too. So I love this deck, and it's so colorful. It's so pretty. And like I said, I like using it with my foresty, if that's a word, probably not. My forest sort of decks. And witchy. So I kind of make this nice blend of a witchy reading with a couple animals and a little bit of that forest energy, and it just kind of works out well. This is a nice deck, but like I said, it's not animal, but for some reason that's where I felt like its home was, and so it's set on that shelf with the animal decks since I got it, and it's been working out well. At this point in time, I haven't felt the need to change it out. It blends in right there, and yeah, that's just what it is. So this is the Wilder Ones Oracle, and this is kind of like a newer deck. I think it came out last year, not too long ago. Beautiful bags. These bags are everything, and I really like this deck a lot. So another Blue Angel deck. You don't get much of a guidebook with this one though, I will say. So that's the only thing that's a little bit disappointing with this one. And the reason why is because it's more of a message and affirmation deck. So, you know, it's not an oracle. And that's why you don't get all of that. All right, the next one I fell in love with, you guys. This is an older one, but it's kind of newer to me. It's the Zen of Animals deck by Pamela Matthews. Also another Blue Angel deck. And you can get this off of Llewellyn's website. There's only 36 cards. I fell in love with this when I saw it, and the moment that I got it. It's so nice. These are the backs of them. And I did put some keywords on here for myself, just based on how I felt looking at the card. So I did write my own keywords in. And I love this artwork. It's so lovely, and it's so colorful. This is one that I would use right when it starts getting warm, right when it starts getting nice and hot outside. And I'm still trying to kind of figure out what other decks I want to use with it. I have a lot of like these like Asian sort of decks that I think would tie in well with it too. I have like the China Tarot as well. I can't think of all of the names, even though I'm kind of looking at it across the room, but I have terrible eyesight. So I can't see that far across. But I do have like some Asian sort of decks and stuff that I would like to pair these with and see how that works out. But these are nice. And I think the artwork is just beautiful. So this is the Zen of Animals. You can write your own keywords down there if you want. It's totally up to you. So yeah, and this is a lovely one. I love that card. I think that's so cute. These are great to use with your like flower decks, herb decks. What's the one that came out recently? It's over across there. I cannot see that far. The one that came out recently, oh my gosh, I will have to like put it below if I can't, because I can't think of it. And I wanted it for so long. Like oh my gosh, it's all of the cards are like horizontal. You guys know, please leave me like a comment below if you know the deck I'm talking about. It's like a really like spring sort of like flowery deck, and all of the cards, it's a tarot, and all of the cards are like horizontal. So that's all I can say. I can't think of the name. All right, another deck that I typically am keeping with my, now this one I'll say kind of, I don't know, like I've been trying to figure out where's the best place for this one. So it's moved around a little bit. This is the Oracle of Light and Dreams. I've considered letting this deck go. I've considered putting it with my fairy decks. It's now sitting with my animal decks, and I'm not exactly 100% comfortable with it there either. I don't know what to do with this deck. But right now it's been sitting with my animal decks, and I love the artwork. I just don't know where to place it, and I don't know what the problem is either. But I love this artwork. I think it's so beautiful. And obviously, you know, it's not an animal deck, right guys? But it's also not quite a fairy deck, though I can see myself using it with some of my Forest Fae decks, and I can also see myself using it with some of the animal decks. So I don't know, but it does have animals in it, right? So that's why it's been on the animal shelf for the last couple months. And like I said, I did at one point consider letting this go, simply because the titles of the cards don't make a lot of sense to me. Like, I can't intuitively read this. If I see Snail Rider, I don't necessarily know what the message is that's tied to that. So then I have to rely on the guidebook, which I don't always like to do. Sometimes I'm comfortable with, you know, reading out the guidebook if that's something that I want, if I want to go into an extended message. But I don't want to feel like I have to read the guidebook to understand what this card is trying to tell me. And so that's one of the issues that I do have with this deck. But the artwork is so beautiful. And again, it gives me that forest, you know, energy. And I can see myself using this with the Woodland Wardens. You know, I can see myself using this one with the Oak, Ash, and Thorn deck, like things like that. So this is the Oracle of Light and Dreams. And I'm going to keep working with it and trying to just grow my relationship with it over time. And I'll let you know how that goes. All right, the next deck that I'm going to show you guys, we're actually almost done. We have 4 decks left, and that's it. This is the Animal Wisdom Tarot. This is a, you know, less expensive deck. It's actually rather affordable, I believe. The last time I saw it was. And I've considered letting this one go as well, but I do really like the artwork. Let me get this other card out. I do really, really like the artwork. These are the backs, and it's so colorful. So you already know when I'm using this, right? You already know I'm using this as the weather picks up, as we're going into those flowers and sun, you know, and spring energy. I'm dropping a card here. All right. Yeah, I really like this one. So we've got the name of the animal at the top, and then we have all encompassing for this one, and then it'll have the Roman numeral there. So this is one you kind of have to know. Now, some of them you don't. Like this one says Ace of Fossils, Bison. So you know that's the Ace of Pentacles. But for like those majors, you have to know, you know, what the Roman numeral correlates to in terms of the major arcana. So this is the Moth, the Omen of Death, card number 13. So that's the Death card. Then you have your Guardian of Feathers. So the court cards, the names of the court cards have changed here in this deck. So it's a little bit more complicated to read, but it has a great guidebook as well, which I'm going to show you. And I like the artwork. This is more of those simpler decks. I love that card. Oh, that is so cute. And this is like one of those more like simpler decks. Great. I think it's great for beginners. You know, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe, but yeah, I like it. And it has the guidebook that is so super like colorful and easy to understand. It breaks everything down, gives you some themes and a long message, and you have like pictures, and it's just nice. It's a really nice and lovely guidebook. So this is one that I like to keep. This is the Animal Wisdom Tarot. That's so cute and great to use if the weather picks up and you want to start bringing out your spring decks and having, you know, your animals included in those readings. Then this is one that I recommend for sure. All right, guys, 3 more decks and then we're done. I did save the big box tarots until the end. So we're going to take a look at those decks that have or come with those huge boxes. Oh no, I almost bent this card. Let me fix it. Hold on, you guys. We're going to take a look at those decks that come with the big Llewellyn boxes. And the first one comes from Rockpool. So let's take a look at this one first. This is the Orion's Animal Tarot. Huge box, lovely box. And I really like this one. This is one that I enjoy using during the colder months. These are the backs of them. And it's one stuck in the box. So let me grab this card. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is one I like to use in the colder months. It does come with the silver edging on there. And it's dark artwork. And I like that. So this is when I want to connect with my animals, my spirit animals, and probably when I'm going through like some darker energies and some darker emotions or whatever, darker thoughts. This would be one I would pull out to work with. Look at that owl. So I like this one. But I kind of do wish it had a keyword on it. I don't know why, but I do. I wish it had like a keyword. That would be nice. But these are nice. It's by Rockpool. I don't think I have too many other Rockpool decks, like animal decks. So that was really unique. I love that card. And I like working with these. So this one is the Orion's Animal Tarot. I definitely recommend it if you want to get an animal deck that's not all like cute and fluffy and stuff. Like this is a good one to work with. It's lovely. So there you have that one. And then we're down to our last 2, guys. We're down to our last 2. All right. Next up, I did an unboxing on this deck on the channel. So if you want to you know, see all of the cards, feel free to scroll through and look through, and you'll find the Tarot of the Owls. I can't fit this big box on the camera, like, you know, the whole box on the camera right now because it's so huge. But let me open this one up. This is one of those big Llewellyn magnetic boxes, which are lovely. And these are the cards. I did go ahead and edge mine in like a bunch of different colors because I wanted it to be colorful, like the backings. And these I feel are just lovely. And so yeah, I did do a full flip through of this deck on the channel. And this will be around the time that I would start working with this deck, around spring. So this is one I'm actually about to go ahead and take out. Oh, that's so lovely, right? Look how pretty that is. This one makes me feel good. That's what I like about this deck. It makes me feel good. And similar to the Crow Tarot, I'm like pretty surprised that Pamela Chen was able to give us so much variety while still using all owls. Like, I think that's amazing. She didn't have to put you know, people up in here, or, you know what I mean? She kept it, I mean, we have a couple cats, but, you know, she kept it on the owls. And I think that's amazing and it's beautiful. And every single card is different. You know, I didn't get to the point where it was like, okay, this is kind of samey as the last picture. We need some variety. Like, no, there's tons of variety in every single card. No card is the same. No two cards are the same. So I love this one. And I'm actually going to keep this one out. I'm not going to put it back on the shelf right now because I want to spend some time with it and work with it. I think it's just so lovely and so beautiful. So that's the Tarot of the Owls. All right, and last deck that I want to show you guys from my animal collection. Let me put this one up though so that I don't have a big mess to clean up after this video. The last deck that I want to show you guys is the Animal Totem Tarot, another big box deck that I have that I'm not able to fully show on camera today. But this one's by Lisa Robertson. It's huge. It's huge. This is one of my favorites, you guys. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I just love the guidebook to this one. And I just love the backs. And here they are. How amazing and beautiful are those? And here they are. Now this one does give me that cold energy. Okay, so this is when I'm going to use these in like closer to those winter months if I'm working with animals. But this one is just lovely. Makes me feel like relaxed and peaceful to look through these cards. Like, that's how I feel. This is so lovely. Look. Oh. Yeah, I feel like just relaxed with this deck. And it has a really nice guidebook that's chunky, super thick guidebook. And this is one that I think, you know, I think everyone should have at some point, you know, in their practice just to play with. This is a great deck. So, I mean, I can understand if you don't like it though, for sure. But I recommend it. So this is the Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robertson, and it's a beauty. It really, really is. This is another one. I kind of want to leave it out a little bit. I know I would typically work with this one like in the winter months, but there are a few cards that, you know, actually give me feelings of spring too. So I think this is a good transition deck. Going from winter to spring. Not full-blown spring, right? But it has some of those cards in there. And I think this would be a really good transition deck to use in like January, February, March, you know, April months. So yeah, I might leave this one out as well. I don't know. All right, guys. So yeah, that, you know, those were all of my animal decks. I know somebody asked me, you know, could I show these to you guys? And I'm like, absolutely, especially if I don't have anything going on and I'm just going to be like relaxing the next couple of days. So if you want to see any part of my collection, you can always just let me know. I know someone asked to see my star seed collection, which I still am going to do for you guys. That's a big one. Someone asked to see my charm bucket, which I'm going to do. That's a really big video. That's going to be a time commitment because I have tons of charms. But yeah, if there's anything you ever want to see, just let me know. I have circus themed decks. I have animal theme. I have flowers, herbs, witches. My witch collection is huge. I have, oh God, I have like the inner child collection, the self-care collection. I have so many different categories for my collection because I do store them that way. I do break it down that way. It makes it easier for me to know what to use. So yeah, if there's ever anything that you're interested in seeing, just let me know. I don't mind doing a video. I'm here to provide content to you guys that you would like and enjoy. So yeah, those were my animal decks. And I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I thank you so much for just hanging out with me. And I will see you in my next video. Peace.